Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for 31st of January. Session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. First question. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Diamond Jubilee celebration of which organization? So recently, Supreme Court of India, right? Supreme Court of India has celebrated their 75th year of celebration, right? I repeat, recently on 28th of January in 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Diamond Jubilee, that is the 75 years of celebration of Supreme Court of India at the Supreme Court Auditorium that was in New Delhi. And this day marks the 75th anniversary of the inauguration of Supreme Court of India that took place on 28th of January in 1950. Right? Remember this date. Supreme Court was formed then. Correct? Take a note of this. Then, who is the Chief Justice of India, current Chief Justice of India? D.Y. Chandrachud ji, right? Next is which two states and Ministry of Jal Shakti, MOJS, which two states and Ministry of Jal Shakti, they recently signed a memorandum of understanding on modified KFC ERCP link project. What is this KFC ERC link project? First of all, remember the two states are Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. These are the two states that have recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Ministry of Jal Shakti, and it is for PKC ERCP link project. What is this? It stands for Modified Prabhati Kalishindh Chambal and with Eastern Rajasthan Canal project. This project is the second project under the National Perspective Plan of the Interlinking of the Rivers program of the Government of India, and this project was proposed to provide drinking and industrial water in the 13 districts of Eastern Rajasthan, Malwa, Chambal regions of Madhya Pradesh. Correct? So it will be connecting the rivers and will be providing drinking as well as industrial water to few districts of both the states, that is Madhya Pradesh as well as Rajasthan. And for this, an MOU was signed by Ministry of Jal Shakti along with Ministry of Jal Shakti. If we talk about Rajasthan, who is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan? Bhajan Lal Sharma. Who is the Governor of Rajasthan? Kalraj Mishra. Right? Then Chari dance. Then Ghumar. They both are the dances of Rajasthan state. Next, Sada Tansik. Sada Tansik. This is an exercise of which edition this is? Sada Tanik is which edition of exercise that was held between India and which country? So this, remember, Sada Tansik, this is an exercise that is conducted between India and which country? India and Saudi Arabia. Mark this important. Why? Because this is the inaugural edition of the exercise. Inaugural means this is the first ever edition of this Sada Tansik exercise that was conducted between India and South Africa. Next thing is the location where this exercise was conducted. It was in Mahajan, that is in Rajasthan. Important state in Rajasthan. This first ever edition of Sada Tansik exercise conducted between India and Saudi Arabia. Correct. This exercise started on 29th of January and it will go on till 10th of February. And it was conducted between the army of these two countries. Right? Take a note of this. Next. Here you can see Sada Tansik exercise between India and Saudi Arabia, that is the inaugural, that means the first ever edition. And where was this held? In Mahajan, Rajasthan. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia? It is Riyadh. Riyadh is the capital, right? And Saudi Riyal is the currency that is used here in Saudi Arabia. Next is banking and finance. NSRCEL, that is Nadathur S. Raghavan Center for Entrepreneurial Learning at Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, has established in 2000 signed a memorandum of understanding with SIDBI to provide pre-seed fund support for technology-oriented startups in India. This NSRCEL is providing financial support to early startup ventures in India for last 2 decades and incubating more than 1600 startups with their direct investment. So they have recently signed an MOU with whom? The MOU was with SIDBI and it is to fund or pre-seed the technology related startups. SIDBI has partnered with various Indian incubators for seed funding for tech startups in several fields such as healthcare, defense innovation, rural impact and research and development. Right? If we talk about SIDBI, SIDBI was established in 1990 and it is a regulatory body responsible for the overall licensing and regulations of MSME operations in India. Who is the chairman and managing director of SIDBI? Shri Shiva Subramaniam Ramanji. Next is economy and business. Recently, Titagarh Rail Systems, Amber Group, they have joined hands for joint special purpose vehicle. Right? I repeat, recently, Titagarh Rail Systems Limited and Amber Group, they both have joined hands for this special purpose vehicle. So here you can see Titagarh Rail Systems, that is in Kolkata, West Bengal, and they have signed a joint hands or they have signed a contract with Delhi-based Amber Group via their subsidiary Sidwal Refrigeration Industry Private Limited, and they have signed this or they have collaborated to establish a joint special purpose vehicle for shared services. This special purpose vehicle will set up a new facility in India to manufacture critical railway components and subsystems that are used in the manufacture of railway and metro coaches. As a part of this collaboration, Titagarh Firma SPA in Italy, an associate company of Titagarh Group, where the government of Italy also holds an equity stakeholder. Both TSRL will invest around 120 crore rupees each to obtain around 50% each in the special purpose vehicle for setting up this new railway component business as well as fresh equity investment in Firma, Italy. Right? Next is during the 69th Hyundai Filmfare Awards, which film has won the Best Film Award? So it is 12th Fair. It is 12th Fail. This is one of the film that is doing the best, correct? And it was recently awarded with the, and this film has won 5 awards also during these awards. During the 69th Filmfare Awards 2024, including the Best Film and even the Best Director Award. Correct? So they were the 69th Hyundai Filmfare Awards. Correct? Mark this. Now, Next thing can be asked is the location where these 69th edition of the Hyundai Filmfare Awards were held. So they were held in Gift City, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Correct? Then they were held from 27th to 28th of January. This is also important. Then if we are talking about Gujarat, who is the Chief Minister? Bhupendra Patel. Who is the Governor of Gujarat? Acharya Devrat. Then there is Gir National Park here. Black Buck National Park located here. Next, here you can see 69th Hyundai Filmfare Awards held in Gift City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, and Filmfare Awards 2023 presented in partnership with the Gujarat Tourism Government of Gujarat. Next, which edition of the National Voters Day was recently observed? So it was the 14th edition of the National Voters Day that was recently observed in India. Here you can see Draupadi Murmu ma'am, President of India, presented the Best Electoral Practices Award during the event organized by Election Commission of India as a part of their 14th National Voters Day on 25th of January 2024. So this National Voters Day, when do we observe this? It is observed on 25th of January. Right? The award was presented to the state and district level officers for their outstanding performance in the conduct of the elections during 2023. Correct? Next, if we talk about Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar, where is the headquarters of Election Commission of India? It is in New Delhi. Next, appointments and resignations. Recently, Comoros President Azali Assoumani won the 4th term as the president. I repeat, recently, Comoros President Azali Assoumani has won the 4th president term for this Union of Comoros. Correct? So, who became the new president of Comoros? Azali Assoumani, and this will be his 4th term. Correct? And he has been serving as the president of Comoros since 1999. Mark this. And this is his 3rd consecutive term, and he will rule till 2029. Next, science and technology. Iran simultaneously has launched 3 satellites for the first time using Simorgh SLV. Using Simorgh SLV, that is satellite launch vehicle. Using this Simorgh satellite launch vehicle, Iran, they have launched 3 satellites simultaneously. Important, right? So here you can see Iran, they launched 3 satellites for the first time using 2-stage liquid fueled Simorgh satellite launch vehicle developed by the Ministry of Defense, and these satellites were carried into low Earth orbit. These 3 satellites include a larger satellite named Mahada and 2 nano satellites, that is Kehan 2 and Hatef 1. So remember the name of these satellites also. Question can be asked that Kehan 2 or Hatef 1 or Mahada, these are the satellite names that were launched by which country? So they were launched by Iran. Using which rocket? Using Simorgh satellite launch vehicle. Next, Indian Navy recently commissioned which Indian naval ship recently? So Indian Navy has recently decommissioned, not commissioned, decommissioned which Indian naval ship recently? So it is INS Nirupak. INS Nirupak was decommissioned recently at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Right? The ship was decommissioned after 38 years of service to the nation. Then this INS Nirupak, this is the 3rd ship of the Sandhya class. This was launched on June 1981 at GRSE in Kolkata, West Bengal. Correct? Mark this. And now this has been decommissioned. INS Nirupak. Next, here you can see INS Nirupak decommissioned after 38 years of the service, and it was decommissioned at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. It was commissioned when, if asked, so INS Nirupak was commissioned in June 1981 at GRSE in Kolkata, West Bengal. Next is related to sports. Australian Open 24 was held recently, and Jannik Sinner and Aryna Sabalenka has won the men's and women's singles respectively. So, Jannik Sinner, he wins the men category, and Aryna Sabalenka, she won the women's single title here. And here we are talking about Australian Open. Australian Open, correct, 2024. It was 112th edition of the Australian Open, held from 7th to 28th of January, and here Jannik Sinner of Italy won the men's single title, and Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus has won the women's single title. Correct? Take a note of this. Then Australian Open, it is played on hard court. Remember this also. Correct? Next, if we are talking about Australia, who is the Prime Minister of Australia? Anthony Albanese. What is the capital of Australia? It is Canberra. Next, we are talking about football. East Bengal Football Club has beaten Odisha's football club in Kalinga Super Cup 2024. First of all, remember, if asked that Kalinga Super Cup, this is related to which sport? It is related to football. And during this event, East Bengal Football Club has won the Kalinga Super Cup 2024 by defeating Odisha Football Club in the finals. But where was the final held? It was held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Correct. And East Bengal Football Club won the match by 3-2 and secured the Kalinga Super Cup 24. Correct. And it is the first ever title over 12 years. And the East Bengal qualified for 24-25 Asian Football Federation, Asian Football Confederation Champion League 2 Primary League. Just remember that Kalinga Super Cup was won by East Bengal Football Club, and the final was held in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Next is important days. World Neglected Tropical Disease Day observed on 30th of January. I repeat, World Neglected Tropical Disease Day observed on 30th of January, and it is to create better awareness of the devastating impact of neglected tropical disease on the poorest population around the world with the theme Unite, Act, Eliminate. I repeat, World Neglected Tropical Disease Day is observed across the globe when on 30th of January, and it is to create awareness of the devastating impact of the neglected tropical disease on the poorest population around the world, and the theme here that you need to remember is Unite, Act, Eliminate. Right? First ever time, when did we observe this day? On 30th of January 2020. Correct? Next is first ever UN International Day of Clean Energy observed on 26th of January. First ever, that means the inaugural, right? Mark this important. First ever UN International Day of Clean Energy observed on 26th of January 2024, and it is to create awareness and mobilize the action towards a fair and inclusive transition to clean energy. Right? And 26th of January is also the founding day of IRENA. That is 26th of January marks the 15th anniversary of IRENA. Next is state news. Sharat Chauhan became the new Secretary Union of the Territory of Puducherry. I repeat, Sharat Chauhan, Principal Commissioner of Finance, Planning and Investment Department of Arunachal Pradesh, is appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Union Territory of Puducherry with immediate effect. He will replace Rajiv Verma, a 1992 batch IAS officer, right? And remember, Sharat Chauhan, he became the new Secretary of UT Puducherry. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. PM Narendra Modi inaugurated Diamond Jubilee celebration of Supreme Court of India. Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, along with Ministry of Jal Shakti, they signed an MOU for the modified these project. Then inaugural edition of India and Saudi Arabia joint military exercise, that is Sada Tansik. This is the first ever edition or the inaugural edition that was held in Mahajan, Rajasthan. Then NRCEL, IIM Bangalore and SIDBI, they have launched this accelerator fund for startups so that they will be funding seed rounds in for the financing of for the technology startups. Then Titagarh Rail Systems, Amber Group, they have joined hands for special purpose vehicle. 69th Hyundai Filmfare Awards were held. Filmfare 12th Film and Animal, they have won the major awards, 5 each. Best film and best director goes to 12th Film. Then 14th National Voters Day was held. President of India Draupadi Murmu presented with the best was presented has presented the best electoral practices awards. Then Comoros President Azali Assoumani won the fourth term as the president, and Iran simultaneously launched 3 satellites for the first time using the Simorgad satellite launch vehicle. Indian Navy, they decommissioned INS Nirupak at Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Important, take a note of this Indian naval ship that was decommissioned. Then Australian Open was held. Jannik Sinner and Ariana Sablenka has won the men's and women's respectively. Men's was won by Jannik Sinner and women's Ariana Sablenka. Then East Bengal Football Club has beaten Odisha Football Club to win the Kalinga Super Cup 2024. World Neglected Tropical Disease Day on 30th of January. First ever UN International Day of Clean Energy on 26th of January. And Sharad Chauhan, he became the new secretary of the UT Puducherry. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. Do like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. Now friends, let's move to some revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your learning. First is, in which stadium the 22-foot statue of Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar was unveiled in November 2023? Tell me, in which stadium was it unveiled? So this stadium, where is it? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and the name of the stadium is Wankhede Stadium. Take a note of this, important. In Wankhede Stadium, a 22-foot long statue of Sachin Tendulkar was unveiled. And if you remember, Sachin Tendulkar was also appointed national icon by Election Commission of India in order to promote voter awareness. Next thing, remember, recently Max Verstappen, he won F1 Mexico City Grand Prix 23. I repeat, he won F1 Mexico City Grand Prix 2020. Indian President inaugurated the 5th Meghalaya Games. Pat Cummins and Deepti Sharma has won the ICC Player of the Month for December 2023. Yogesh Singh has won gold medal in the men's 25-meter center fire pistol. R. Pragnanda surpasses Vishwanath Anand to become India's #1 chess player. Rohit Sharma became the most prolific T20 international centurion. South Africa to host ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup 2024. Tata Group to continue as IPL title sponsor until 2028. Ravi Shastri has received Lifetime Achievement Award. Tai Zhu Ying clinches the first women's single title at India Open. Madrid to host Spanish F1 GP from 2026. Then South Africa batter Heinrich Klaasen has announced retirement from Test cricket. Zverev-led Germany beat Swiatek Poland to win the United Cup. Then FIH and Viacom 18, they signed a 4-year media rights deal. New Zealand New Zealand has appointed Andre Adams as their bowling coach for their cricket team. Then Madhya Pradesh emerged as the overall champion for the first ever beach games that were held in Diu. Australian cricketer Shaun Marsh has announced retirement, and Rohit Sharma became the first men's player to play 150 T20 international. Name the tennis player who recently won the women's single title at the 2023 GNP Sugros Women Tennis Association title by defeating Jessica Pegula from the USA. So, who is the tennis player? Iga Swiatek. She is from Poland, and remember, she defeated Jessica Pegula of USA to win the women's single title at the 2023 GNP Sugros Women Tennis Association finals. Next, our Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur announced the first ever Khelo India Para Games 2023 to be held in Dash in December 2023. So remember, recently Anurag Singh Thakur announced that the first ever, or we know that the first ever Khelo India Para Games, they were held where? They were held in Delhi, right? And they were the inaugural edition, we can say, or the first edition of these Khelo India Para Games that were held in Delhi. Here, remember which state has secured the highest medals? It is Maharashtra that secured the highest medals in the medal tally. No, correct this here. It is not Maharashtra, it is actually Haryana. Right? Haryana secured a total of 105 medals and they secured the top position in the first ever Khelo India Para Games that were held in New Delhi. Next, the Indian Para Archery team has topped the medal tally with a total of dash medals at the 2023 Asian Para Archery Championship and CQT 2024 that was held in Bangkok, Thailand. So, Indian Para Archery team topped the medal tally with a total of 9 medals, correct? During these the events that were held where in Bangkok, Thailand, right? And South Korea here secured second position with a total of 5 medals. Here remember world number 5 Rakesh Kumar, hailing from Jammu and Kashmir, right? He led the Indian team with securing 3 gold medals, correct? We are talking about archery. So Rakesh Kumar, he is associated with sports, he is associated with archery. India finished second in the medal tally with dash medals in the Asian Shooting Championship 2023 that was held in South Korea from October to November 2023. So India finished in second position. What was the medal tally here? 55. With a total of 55 medals, India secured second position here. Among these 55 medals, 21 were gold, 21 silver and 13 were bronze. Correct. Then remember they were the 15th edition of these Asian Shooting Championship. This was held here in South Korea. Correct. Take a note of this also. Then which is the country that secured the first position? It is China that secured the first position here with a total of 76 medals. Next, who has recently won F1 Sao Paulo Grand Prix 2023? So who has won the Sao Paulo Grand Prix 2023? It was also won by Max Verstappen, and Mexico City Grand Prix also won by Max Verstappen, right? Then if I ask you Indians women hockey, right? Indian women's hockey team, they have won the 7th edition of the Women's Asia Championship trophy by defeating Japan, correct? And the finals for this, what is the location where this was held? In Ranchi, Jharkhand. In which city 9th edition of the joint military exercise of India and Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti took part? We just saw this question, right? It was in Pune, Maharashtra. Same question. Next, in which state 14th edition of the India-USA Joint Special Force Exercise Vajra Prahar 23 was commenced on 21st of November 2023. So this Vajra Prahar, remember, this was the 14th edition of this exercise. It is between India and USA. Question asked here is, what is the location of this exercise where this was conducted? It was in Meghalaya, right? In Umroi, Meghalaya. We saw this Vajra Prahar 2023, that is the 14th edition of this exercise. It was a 21-day long exercise, that is a 3-week long exercise held from 21st of November till 11th of December last year in 2023. Next, in November, DRDO and Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the second flight test of naval anti-ship missile short range. This will be here only corrected, right? So DRDO and Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the second flight test of the naval anti-ship missile short and short range, that is NASM short range, that was from Indian Navy's Dash maritime helicopter. So this missile, that is naval anti-ship missile short range, it was tested from the Indian Navy's Which helicopter? What is the name of that helicopter? It is Seeking 42B. This is the name of the helicopter, maritime helicopter, from which this missile was tested by DRDO and Indian Navy together, and this was the second test for this particular missile. Name the cricket team that recently won their first Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 23-24 title. So who is that cricketer who has recently won their first Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 23-24 title? So it is Punjab State's cricket team that has won their first Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 23-24. They defeated Baroda team in the final. Correct. And the final match was what was the location of the final match? It is Mohali, Punjab. Correct. Next thing, remember, this was the 16th edition of the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, and where was this the final held? Mohali, Punjab. Next, in November, Indian contingent finished second in the medal tally with dash medals in the Asian Archery Championship 2023. So the Indian contingent finished second in the medal tally with a total of 7 medals in the Asian Archery Championship 2023. Out of these 7 medals, 3 were gold, 1 silver, and 3 were bronze. Right, where was the final held? Final was held in Bangkok, in Thailand. Right, and it was from 3rd to 10th of November. As we saw that India secured second position here. Which country secured the top position? It is South Korea that secured the first position with a total of 11 medals. ACC extended the tenure of AS Rajiv, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dash, for 6 months. So ACC extended the tenure of AS Rajiv, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Bank of Maharashtra, for the next 6 months. Right? Next is, how many nodal officers from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and CBFC recently appointed to act against film piracy on digital platforms? So a total of 12 nodal officers from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and your CBFC, that is your Central Board of Film Certification, recently appointed to act against film piracy on digital platforms. And this action has been taken under the Cinematographer Amendment Bill that took place in 2023. And the officers here will handle all the complaints that are related to film piracy, ensuring the actions will be taken within 48 hours of receiving a particular complaint. Next, who has recently been appointed as the Additional Director of Dabur India Limited for a period of 5 years? Sushil Chandra has been appointed as the Additional Director of Dabur India for a period of 5 years. Right? Sushil Chandra, he was a 9080 batch IRS officer. Correct? He previously served also as the chairperson of CBDT. Name the state government that recently signed an MOU with ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India to establish a high performance center in Kho-Kho. So in order to establish a high performance center for Kho-Kho sports, right, so that the more and more students can take part in this game, where was this high performance center for Kho-Kho set up? It was set up in Odisha. Where was this set up? It was set up in Odisha. Option 1 and 3 are same. So in Odisha it was set up. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, Rohit Sharma became the highest run scorer as captain in a single World Cup edition with dash runs in the Men's ODI Cricket World Cup 2023. Rohit Sharma. Right? He became the highest score runner captain in a single World Cup edition with how many runs? So with a total of 597 runs. Right? Take a note of this also. Then remember, Rohit Sharma tops the list of the most sixes in the ODI World Cup with a total of 54 sixes. He also leads the most sixes in the 2023 ODI World Cup with 31 sixes, which is also the most number of sixes smashed in a single World Cup edition. Also, Rohit Sharma became 5th Indian to score 18,000 runs in international cricket. Other than Rohit Sharma, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly and Virat Kohli have achieved this feat. Which country's tennis team has recently won Davis Cup 2023 by defeating Australia in the finals? So it is Italy. Italy's cricket team, they have recently won the Davis Cup 2023 by defeating Australian team in the final. Right? This Davis Cup, this is related to which sport? This is related to lawn tennis. And if you remember, with Italy, India has also signed an MOU where they will be doing student exchange program, cultural exchange program, scientists, jobs will be transferred from one country to another so that a culture exchange can be enhanced between these two countries. Next, which of the following Indian badminton player were recently settled for second place in the men's double leaning China Masters held at China in November 2023? So, Swastik Sairaj Ranigreddy and Chirag Sethi, they are the two Indian badminton player. They secured the second place in the men's double leaning China Masters 2023 that was held in China. If we talk about men's single titles, who won here? It was won by Kodai Naraoka of Japan. And for women's single title, remember, it was won by Shen Yufei. She is from China. Which team has recently won the 13th edition of Hockey India Senior Men National Championship title 2023? It was won by Hockey Team of Punjab. Right? This was the 13th edition of the Hockey India Senior Men National Championship and they secured gold medal by defeating Hockey Haryana team in the finals. Who has been recently sworn in as the Chief Information Commissioner of the CIC, Central Information Commission? Hiralal Samaria, right? He has been recently sworn in as the Chief Information Commissioner of the CIC, that is Central Information Commission, and he became the first scheduled caste Indian IAS officer to hold this position. And Draupadi Murmu ma'am, President of India, administered the oath of the office at the function at Rashtrapati Bhavan. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Yashvardhan Kumar Sinha. Next, which organization has recently appointed Govardhan S. Rawat and Dr. Ajay Kumar Sood as Deputy Managing Director for a term of 5 years? So, NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, right? They have recently appointed Govardhan S. Rawat and Dr. Ajay Kumar Sood as the Deputy Managing Directors for a period of 5 years. Next, which of the following personalities have been recently appointed as a part-time member of NFRA, that is National Financial Reporting Authority? So, Pankaj Tripathi, I correct myself, R. Narayan and Sanjay Kalapur. R. Narayan Swamy and Sanjay Kalapur, they both have been recently appointed as the part-time member of NFRA. NFRA is your National Financial Reporting Authority. This is an independent accounting regulator and they have been appointed in this position for 3 years. Sanjay Kalapur, remember, he was on the board of directors of IDBI Bank and from 2018 to 2021 he served as an International Council member at large for American Accounting Association. Who has recently won F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix that was held in Nevada in USA? So who won it? This was also won by Max Verstappen, right? Max Verstappen, he is a Dutch driver, right? Dutch Belgian driver and he drives for Red Bull, correct? And he won the Las Vegas, F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix that was held in Nevada, USA. Who secured the second position if asked? Driver of Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, secured the second position here. Next, in November, ICC introduced a stop clock in men's ODI and T20 international cricket matches. Question asked here is, the bowling team in the men's ODI and T20 will be imposed a dash run penalty if the bowler fails to bowl the next over within dash time after the completion of the previous over for the third time in an inning. That means a new rule has been introduced here. in this ODI international and T20 international matches that if a bowler fails to ball the next over within 60 seconds, and this is for the third time in a particular match or an inning, then the penalty will be here of 5 runs. Correct, option 4 becomes right. That is, a penalty of 5 runs will be imposed if the bowler fails to ball the next over within the 60-second time frame for the third time in a particular inning. Right? So 5 runs penalty and the stop time will be for 30 seconds. Next, Novak Djokovic. He is from Serbia. He is a tennis player. Right? He won his DAS Association of Tennis Professionals final title by defeating Jannik Sinner of Italy in the men's single at the Nitto ATP Finals 2023. So Novak Djokovic, he won his 7th ATP Finals by defeating whom? Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner is of Italy, right? And this was Novak Djokovic's 7th ATP title. Next is our homework section. First, Sichuan Bugan Village Community Reserve recently seen in news is related to which state? Second, INSAT 3DS recently launched by ISRO is what kind of satellite? Third, Dogri folk dance recently seen in news is famous folk dance form of which state or UT? Fourth, which article of the Constitution states that there shall be a Supreme Court of India? Fifth, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence recently seen in the news is associated with which ministry? So these are your 5 homework question, friends. I need to see maximum participation, and also share the link of this video with your friends, cousins, relatives, neighbors, and let them know about this interesting platform where on daily basis we do current affairs and it becomes very easy for you to remember them. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.